Set Brito's Academy, the first American accredited school.
Embrace the new era of learning 5D.
Welcome to VR Media. Today we have our special guest, Saba Poonawala. Let's welcome her. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
What dog should I choose to my house?
If you have children in the house, then I would say a lab or a golden retriever. By all means, please go ahead and love your dog, but realize the boundary.
If at all I'm going to adopt a puppy, so what are the things I should be focusing on it?
When you want to adopt a dog, please do a lot of research on the dog that you're adopting. Is that I can go to work for 9 hours straight in the day and give my dog half an hour, 10 minutes when I go and come back. Don't get a dog.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for this point. Is it okay for a dog parent or dog owner to share the same bed with the dogs?
Imagine you're sleeping on your bed and you have somebody else on the bed with you sleeping that night, and this person kicks you in the middle. It's the same case for a dog. Now, the dog is going to be in deep sleep. The dog is an animal, and imagine something like this happens with the dog where one of your leg goes and just pushes the dog. It's very unsettling. So the dog has to be given respect as a living being, and just as we have individual spaces in our house where we sleep and nobody disturbs us through the night, it's the same case with your dog. Another thing is, a lot of dogs tend to territory mark. Territory for a dog will be territory marking in terms of area. The area where the dog sleeps becomes of very, very high importance to the dog. So the last thing you want is your dog to territory mark that area. This can be in the form of maybe squirting a little out there, so doing a little bit of passing urine out there onto the bed, next to the bed, on the side of the room. It could perhaps start like this. If not something like that, then maybe it could be aggression. Maybe the dog starts giving you warnings. Don't come next to my bed. Don't come next to my bed. Now what are you going to do? Be a good leader. Designate good spaces. Inculcate good habits right from the beginning.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for this point. And these are the few mistakes that dog parents or dog owners make. And what are the other common mistakes they make?
So there are plenty. For starters, when you bring a puppy home, please get approval from your vet. Get your dog's vaccinations done. I know of families that don't believe in vaccinating their dogs. This is wrong. According to me. The other thing is that don't overfeed your dog. Understand what is good food and bad food for a dog, and feed your dog at specific timings only. A fat puppy is not a healthy puppy. A fat adult dog is not a healthy adult dog. So quantity of food becomes very important. Quality of food becomes very important. So take your dog out, invest in time with your dog, get your dog exposed to absolutely every circumstance there is in the world. These circumstances can be going to a restaurant, going to the beach, taking your dog for coffee, sitting in the car and going to the vet, sitting in an auto, just walking with your dog on the road. Reward your dog when the dog does the right thing. When you have a puppy, please ensure that you are trying to take that effort at least to toilet train your dog. I get so many people that come up to me and say, you know what, we're really, really tired. We just don't know what to do about this. The dog is just pooping and peeing all over the house. Okay, so what is the routine of your dog? I ask them. No, we take the dog out for a walk, ma'am, maybe once a day. Now think about it. You have a designated space in the house for the dog to go to the toilet. Have you taught the dog to go there? No. Are you taking the dog outside with a poop scooper so that you can clean up after your dog? No. Can I make you as a human being not go to the toilet the entire day? Where is the dog going to go? So be practical. Be practical with your approach as well.
Okay. If I'm going to buy or adopt a dog, should I adopt or buy it as a puppy or as an adult?
So this is a very sensitive topic. I would never tell you to not to adopt, because there are many dogs that need a home. So I'm very, very pro-adoption. But whether you want to buy a dog, whether you want to adopt a dog, that choice is entirely yours. I would say go according to your need. Okay, so now when it comes to your need, many families say, no, we want a dog, but right from the dog being a puppy. If you ask me on a personal front, maybe I don't want a dog as a puppy anymore. Maybe I have reached a phase in life wherein now I want to adopt a senior dog. Why do I want a senior dog? Because I know that at this point and this phase in my life, I want a lesser amount of energy. I want to give back to that dog what perhaps it's never got. So I will see, what exactly is my requirement. If I'm going to have a child, and there's going to be a baby in the house, but I've always had dogs. So I have like a backing, I have an understanding of what it is to have a dog. I'm not going to bring a puppy. Because imagine having a baby, the baby is going to take up so much of your time, the dog is going to get neglected. For starters, I would not bring a dog, but I also do know that no matter what you tell people, they will still get one. So in this kind of a situation, gauge. Don't just say, I'm going to buy, wherein there is something beautiful to adopt. But at the same time, when you want to adopt a dog, please do a lot of research on the dog that you're adopting. Let it be an indie, let it be a pedigree, it doesn't make a difference. There is absolutely no difference in indies and pedigrees. If anybody tells you that we just need pedigree dogs and we should not take up indie dogs or vice versa, my personal viewpoint is that if an indie dog can do the exact same thing as a pedigree dog can do, but you have to give it that kind of time. You have to see what are the good traits in your dog genetically. What is that your dog capable of doing? Is there a prey drive? Does that dog like to retrieve? What is it that dog likes? Similarly with any other breed, even if it's a pedigree, I mean, that's what you're going to see. So try to bring out that kind of a best in your dog. When you look up which dog should I get, should I buy a puppy or should I buy an adult? Again, we're coming back to the same basics which I repeated earlier. What is your requirement? Yeah. Is your requirement that you have X amount of hours in the day, that perhaps you can dedicate that amount of time to raise a puppy, then bring a puppy. But if your requirement is, okay, I'm already at work, I've had dogs all of my life, my requirement right now is to just give back and get a dog wherein, maybe I can just take care that the dog's going to last 3, 4, 5 years to live. I'll get what I want. I'll get lesser amount of energy. That dog will get a home. What better?
Okay. My question leads from your answer. So if at all I'm going to adopt a puppy, so what are the things I should be focusing on it? So what are the things I need to check? Whatever the breed may be, so what are the things I need to be checking? So
you check on whatever is possible for you to check on. If it's possible for you to actually see one of the pictures of maybe the mother or the father of the dog, you get an approximate size. You'll know that, okay, this puppy may grow to this size. Now, is this size what you want? That is important, because if you're living in a very small house, you have a very big dog. Doesn't go. So by fluke, whatever it is that you get, if you're adopting a dog, there are many times that, there are puppies of pedigree dogs also that are up for adoption. With papers, with all these XYZ things. It's just the family has realized that it's not their cup of tea, and it's high time that before the dog's life gets messed up, I rather pass the dog on to a family that can take care of it. So in this case, what are the details you can get from them? Where were the parents from? You can perhaps go back to the parents. You can figure out, oh, did this problem or this problem, was it there in the mother and father? Was there arthritis in the family? Were there gut-related issues that were there? Were there any allergies that were there? And this applies to both. Many indie dogs that are taken by very good homes. These kind of dogs, they've lived happy lives. Maybe that dog has had puppies. And perhaps it's this dog that, this puppy that you want to adopt. They're not selling. This is the kind of puppy that you want to adopt. So in this case, again, ask the owner. Is your dog lactose intolerant? Can your dog eat everything? Is your dog allergic to chicken? All of these things. What are the good traits in your dog? So you understand what an expectation is. So
by understanding the dog's parents. Exactly.
By understanding the history of the dog, where the dog is coming from. You can understand so much, absolutely so much.
Okay. So being the first time dog parent or dog owner, what are the things I should learn before adopting or buying a puppy?
So I feel that you need to speak. For me personally, I have these sessions, one-on-one sessions with people that potentially want to get a dog into their life. One needs to realize that you're getting a living being into your house, 15-year commitment, monetarily, emotionally, physically, mentally. Are you ready for this? What is it that you need to be ready for? Don't be one of those people who says, oh, I'm crossing the road. And these things happen. Christmas gift a puppy. That's just the worst. Birthday gift a puppy. Valentine's Day, gift a puppy. Don't do these kind of things. Or gift an adult dog. Whatever it is, you're dealing with a life. So please take counseling. Please speak to therapists, dog therapists, or in this case, me. Speak to behaviorists. Ask them, what is it that I expect? Figure out, okay, when I bring a puppy home, what are the things I need to do to puppy-proof my house? I know the puppy is going to be teething. Whichever pedigree, indie, whatever you pick up, it's going to be teething at that time. So you know that your furniture is going to get a little damaged here and there. Are you okay with that? It's a given your shoes are going to be chewed up. Are you okay with that? When your dog gets sick, or how do you even know that your dog is sick? Many people don't even know that their dogs fall sick. So what is it that you do with the vet? How often do you have to deworm your dog? How often do you have to bathe your dog? What are the signs of a chronic illness in a dog? All of this, you have to speak to somebody who will give you an XYZ history that, okay, if this happens, then this is the thing. If this happens, then this is the thing. Once you're prepared with all of this and you come to know that having a dog or a cat or a bird or even a plant is a monthly expense. You cannot say, I'm okay with it today, and then 2 years later, you decide to migrate to some part of the world, or you figured out that, okay, this is not my cup of tea. If you're going to give up on that animal, then that animal goes through a hell lot of depression. And it's just plain wrong. There's no excuse for that. You would never give your child up for adoption. You're never going to give your dog up for adoption. So this is something you have to come to terms with. And also, when you bring your dog home, what are the expectations as a pet owner or a pet parent, whatever you would like to be called? Because personally, I feel the dog chooses you and you don't choose the dog. It's like a karmic thing that happens. But at the same time, are you going to be able to give that dog everything for a fulfilling life? And are you going to be a good leader? The main thing is be a good leader. If you're able to be a good leader, understand how to be a good leader, then by all means, go ahead and get one.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe via media.